気が来た。さっさとひねり潰してみな。
懺悔は聞かぬぞ人間。
What's up guys? Happy Saturday. So this is a new unboxing for Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito Super. Some of you may have already seen the short stop motion I have uploaded earlier this week, and this will be my full unboxing review and a comparison with his mold versus the SROE version. So the brown box is now open. Let's get him out of the box. This is nice because I got his front hair still attached compared to other reviewers I've seen, because the hair tends to fall off inside the box before you even open the box of the figure. So here's the front of the box and here's the back. I really love this release because you get a ton of accessories. So we got a final Kamehameha and a spirit sword that is really long, and a bunch of other hands. So let's open the box. Once you pull out the figure out of the box, be careful because the spirit sword will drop off from the back. So just make sure you catch it or use a table. Oh man, this is really nice. You get a ton of accessories here. So you have 4 heads to swap with and several hands, as you can see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 hands, and the effect comes with different pieces that you'll need to connect together. So this is for the final Kamehameha. It's just one piece. For the spirit sword, you got 4 pieces. The paint apps are really good. Let's just remove the plastic from the figure. So you get a couple of plastics. Cool. And I've already noticed his neck. Like everyone says, his neck is quite long for this figure, but I think you can just move the head at a specific angle so it will appear more shorter or thicker. Let me try to figure out why it appears to be longer. I think I'm gonna compare it now with my SROE figure here. If you're not familiar with SROE, it means Saiyan raised on Earth. So this is basically Goku. Let me just have a closer look so I can see the difference. So I think they've made Vegito's neck a little bit thinner compared to the SROE. If you take a closer look, the SROE neck is a bit thicker. Let me just put this back for a while. So let me show you how you can make the neck appear thicker or shorter. Very simple, just like so. I'm just admiring how great this figure is now that I have this in my hand. So there you go. So this is the best way to not ruin your figure if you're really bothered with his neck being long. And that's basically the trick. I have to convince you that it's really not that bad. Since we are already at this, let me show you the articulations of the head and the neck. You can look down as far as this, but be careful with the face as it may fall off the figure easily. He can go side to side just fine. I think the peg is in the wrong angle, but we can rotate his head just like this, and I can fix that later. His arms can stretch to the side just fine, and I'm noticing something different on this arm. We got no problems rotating the arms 360 degrees. If you're wondering what I have noticed here, the biceps is actually bigger and the triceps has a different mold. We can swivel the biceps fine, and we also have double jointed elbows as usual, and we can see here that the biceps is really big compared to the previous mold of SROE Goku. Let me just get it so we can compare and you will see the difference. So here's the SROE Goku, and let me show you what I'm saying here. If you've already noticed, we can see that Goku has a more rounded mold, while Vegito has a longer bicep mold as we see here. And if you have these actual figures, you can also notice some difference on the triceps, and that's good. So this is one of the reasons why this figure is a really good release. What's even more amazing is the folds in the Vegito is treated more dynamically compared to the SROE figure. So we get more fold areas in the Vegito compared to the SROE figure, as you can see here. We have decent folds going on with the SROE version, but for the Vegito we have a more dynamically applied fold areas Compared to the SROE, it doesn't complement well with the boots, but for the Vegito, you can see here that it was really done pretty good, and I love that attention to detail. Looking at the back, we can see that the buttocks area of SROE is using a wider plastic, while for the Vegito it's somewhat similar to the crotch area. It's just running straight from the belt area connecting to the crotch, while for the SROE it's wide from the hips down to the crotch area. So taking a closer look at the thigh part at the back, it's somewhat the same, so I don't see any difference between the two. But for the lower leg at the back, you can see the molds are totally different, just like what we have seen from the front part of these figures. For the hands, we can rotate the wrist just fine. We can move it up, we can move it down, and everything looks perfect here. So we can rotate the hips just fine, 360 degrees, and the torso can go side to side like so. Very easy to move, no noisy sound, and it feels like a premium figure. You can go to the front, you can go to the back, and it has a pretty good ab crunch. Very smooth, very smooth. He can do a side kick this high, and that's pretty good, but we can still make that high if you angle the joints. He can do a front kick really good. It's like a perfect 90-degree angle, and the knees are double jointed as usual with a kneecap here. He can kick at the back this high, not as high as the front side, and I think this is just fine and anatomically correct, because a real human can't really do a 90-degree kick at the back. And of course, we can also swivel the hip area, and everything works the same as the other leg. Just don't overdo it like this. Of course, I have to put it back, but you can put it back easily as 1, 2, 3. Moving forward, the ankle joint can rotate 360 degrees as usual, and the toe has a hinge joint that you can move up and down, but it's kind of limited to just this angle, so that's about 15 degrees. So you can do the same to the left boot of the figure, and I think that's basically all the articulations that you need to see on this figure. Let me just prep him for the spirit sword so I can attach it to his hand. It's really sharp, and you may puncture yourself with this, so be careful with that. And whoa, this is around 9 inches. It's really heavy, so you will need a stand to be able to pose with this. I'm just not sure what stand to use with this, because I don't find any holes to insert the Tamashi stand, so maybe you can just work around with it. This peg can be removed because you can use it to stab Zamasu, so you can do that kind of pose. For the final Kamehameha effect, you can use this hand, so it will be connected to the effect itself, and you will not need any stand, or you don't have to worry about this effect falling off the figure. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my unboxing review and detailed comparison. Please subscribe.